Good news. So they had a ceremony last Friday. They had ceremonies everywhere, but they had at all the sites, all three sites. But the one in Shanksville at the Flight 93 Memorial, I was informed that the element of the memorial I've been raising money for, which is the Tower of Voices, is complete now. The tower has been there for like probably 2 years or a little longer. But when I visited the tower last Christmas, all the chimes that are supposed to be in the tower at the time were not in it. There were only 8 chimes, and they were kind of locked, so you really couldn't hear the sound of them, But I was told last week that all the chimes have now been installed. So and if you come along, John, you'll see it. Like, I'm really looking forward.
Yeah, definitely over the Christmas holidays when you come back east.
Yeah.
So we definitely got to do that.
I can't wait, man. I've been waiting for 19 years to see this thing. Well, we didn't know about the tower. Once it was, proposed in the memorial design, I fell in love with it instantly. It looked beautiful in the artist rendering and Paul Murdoch's rendering, because he's the architect of the memorial. And I just remember over the years, just being so fascinated by that piece of the memorial. And I said, man, when that thing is done, it's going to be just such an important piece of the memorial. And it's finally done. And I myself, through all the benefit shows I've done, I raised over $18,000 towards it. So it'll be nice to be able to go there and see it in its completion. And I think in a little way, I can kind of close the book on my efforts in getting the tower finished. You know what I mean? To be able to hear all 40 chimes making that music together. Yeah, it's going to be really special.
I think you're right.
It'll probably be my favorite trip to the memorial, and I've been there a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll probably be just as special as the first trip I made there, So
yes.
Definitely looking forward to that, and if you can come along, that would be awesome. I mean, it's like every time I go, I always like to try and bring somebody with me who's never been there before.
Oh, yeah, I'll totally go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So.
I mean, when people go there, it's like they come out a different person, or they come out really appreciating what the 40 passengers and crew did that morning. It's like they hear the story and they appreciate the story, like as anyone would who has a conscience and a soul. But when you actually go there and go through the whole thing, it's not just a little building you walk through. I mean, it's like the park from the entrance to the ground, to the sacred ground, it's like 3 miles. So there's all these things. There's the tower, there's the visitor center,
right,
and then walkways from the visitor center that lead down to the sacred ground. And they've got all these groves of trees that were planted for the passengers and crew. So it's like a beautiful landscape, and you can just kind of take it all in and, really experience not just the events that occurred there, but just experience the nature and the recovery of, the land since it happened. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. And, that just holds a lot of history and is, one of probably the most important places on earth for me. So, I love it when I can have somebody else share that experience with me that's never been there, especially.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great, man. Really can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Heck yeah.
Well, Greg, thanks for following back up with us.
Of course.
And I did really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me again. And
sure.
If we want to make this a routine thing, like next year,
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll set up, say like a couple weeks before, and then see if we can get the fundraising going and et cetera. And, but it's just great to be able to have this experience regardless. So, because the funding is important, but raising awareness, I think, is just as important. And it's people like you that allow people like me to share the story and get it out there. And that's what needs to happen first.
Yeah.
So thank you for allowing me that opportunity.
You're welcome, Greg. Well, thanks again. You have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Sounds good, brother.
Okay, take care. All right.